And okay. All right. Welcome everybody to the what is this week? What was
15.
it? Week. Yes, week 15 of the Commissioner's Corner.
Um,
Today is December 12th. I got Jason Bradshaw, the number one seed, out of control in the league, and you got the commissioner here. It's not a what we're gonna miss in quantity. We're gonna make up in quality. So here we go. Welcome, Jason.
Thank you. I'm glad to
All
be
right.
here, Ronald.
All right.
Also known as AKA, go ahead.
Hey, go ahead. I'm not
No,
gonna say it.
you have to say it.
I'm not gonna say
You have to say it. What's my name on the screen?
it. GOAT.
There you go. I'll take it.
All right, so this was week one of the playoffs. Mostly a lot of lopsided wins. Actually, with we'll get to your matchup with the high scorer being you. The closest matchup was actually myself against Sababa Yaga against Prime Time. Um,
That was an upset, right?
I think no, I was favored by
No,
10.
no. He had a 2 point advantage, right?
Yeah, so I was favored by 10. But yes, he was the higher seed, but I think it was favored. But then when Cup gave me zero, so it was weird. I got a zero from Cup, he got a zero from Waddle. He got a zero from the Niners, but then he got 50 from Lamar. Um, so just looking at the lineup, Daniels did fine, Robinson did fine. Neighbors finally stepped up. It's been a few weeks. Shakur did good. McBride's been really good, and the Chiefs' defense really saved me. On his side, like I said, Lamar went nuts. Jefferson did great. Kyron was Kyron. Worthy had one of his best performances of the season. Bowers underperformed, and Hawkinson. So before I throw it off to you, so I literally thought I was going to lose as Jefferson got tackled on the one. So if that was at the fourth quarter. So if that was a touchdown, I would have lost. And then when the Raiders actually got the ball back, they threw a Hail Mary, and Bowers was around it. So he wasn't close to it, but I thought, great, I'm going to lose in the last place. But the fantasy god smiled upon me, and I am moving on. And I think I was the lowest scoring winner. Yes, I was the lowest scoring winner. So, any comments on this matchup, sir?
No, I mean it's tight everywhere, really. I mean, when you look at the projections and what people are supposed to do, to me, it's literally one player that can make or break who wins or loses in those particularly tight games like yours. But it's that time of the year. It's late in the season, and great upset, I guess.
Well, I'm happy to be moving on. Like I said, it was a nail biter, and I went into last night. I was slightly favored, but never. I was not comfortable. I was not comfortable. I was not comfortable,
Well,
and
I actually spoke to you. You were pretty convinced you were losing. So
yeah. So,
let's not
well, because when I
sugarcoat what
was
it
right when
was.
I
You
started
you were
talking to
you
you
were
is when
up
they
by
were.
6. They had over a quarter to go, and you were definitely not feeling confident.
No, because he had three players and they were like peppering them. But anyway, yeah, I was nervous, but luckily I scraped by to move on barely. The next matchup was you against Chio the Cooler. So your team really, top heavy for sure, with Goff, 55 top player. I think he was the top scorer this week. Gibbs did great, and you must be you're coming in against me very powerful with Montgomery being out. Now Gibbs should get more opportunities. When
Oh,
we get to
I
our
didn't know. Is he out?
Yeah, he's out. He's out for the rest of the year with a knee
That's
injury.
not good for you.
No, nothing about your lineup when we get to our matchup. Nothing about you because McLaurin. I mean, things are gonna have to break, and I don't think I'm gonna get out.
I
But
I
we'll,
literally am just hearing the Gibbs Montgomery deal right now from you. I did
yeah.
not know.
Oh, you didn't know? Yeah,
I did
Montgomery. He's
not.
out. Yeah, he has a season-ending knee injury, so it's pretty much Gibbs and Goff. So looking, we'll get to the matchup, but looking at the as this, and then you had the two right there. Oh, look, the adjustment, 2 points. So you came in favored. Kia really had everyone underperform with the exception of Judy and Smith, who's been really good. Tua, I mean, honestly, looking at his bench, I don't think anything he could have done would have changed the results. But Tua really didn't do well. Barkley, one of the probably the worst game he had all season. Jacobs did well. Jones did well. Judy did well. and Smith. And the defense really stepped up, but 55 from Goff, just McLaurin, 2 touchdowns. Gibbs, really solid game and only going to get stronger. Wilson had a touchdown. Tucker still continues to underperform, and I know you lost. Who was your other tight end? Oh, and then Njoku. So I don't know if he's going to be back or not, but Gasecki did okay, 6 points in an emergency start, and Metcalf underperformed. So really, if Metcalf did a little bit better and you had your regular tight end, you're definitely 170, 175, 180 maybe. So really strong. How do you feel
That's
about your
just a
matchup?
freak week. That may be the highest points I've ever scored. I mean, Chio put in a great run. He is he had
Yeah,
the
he was on
highest
a roll. You
point
both,
total ever in our league. So he can put up great points. And yeah, I mean, it's just like I said, everybody's in it where they're supposed to be, and any one of these teams, like you look at even David or you know
Ray.
Kevin or Ray. I mean, those teams have gone for 150 all year,
Yeah.
right? So I mean, it's there.
Well, but
It's
yeah,
not
yeah,
like
yeah.
any of
But
the
your team,
lineups
I
are
think
weak. I mean,
you're
there's a
gonna
lot
get.
of teams we can name that haven't put up scores like that all year. But either one of these teams right now can put up 150 on you, and it's not going to be a surprise.
Yeah. Well, all the teams left, sure. But I
Even all the
mean,
teams in the playoffs.
yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, that's why they're in the playoffs. They would have had some big weeks. But yeah, looking at this, like I said, really, really strong. I mean, you don't expect. I don't think Golf is going to do that again. But Gibbs, like I said, your team can only get stronger. Chio, we both came in here on a 4-game winning streak, so it was really a
Well,
battle
golf
of.
has actually had two 50-plus point games this year.
Has he really?
Yes.
I don't. I mean, I hope not. I mean, if God does that, then I have no shot at all. But yeah, I mean, tremendous, tremendous. So really good. So you're moving on this top seat for a reason. So you're going to be hard to dethrone, but we'll give it our best. Any comments before let's look at the bench? I mean, you left Allen with 20 on the. I mean, even your bench is strong. I mean, you're not going to really play these guys per se, but
Dallas. Well, I played Allen off and on all year
well, we'll see what you do this week.
because Colbert didn't really do anything for me, so I was bouncing between the two of them
Well,
when I
yeah,
was
because
having buys.
When Metcalf was hurt, but not well,
Well,
even though
I'm
he,
gonna ride with Metcalf. I think he's actually due. He's had like 3 weeks of subpar games. So I mean, early on in the season, he was a consistent scorer for me who got me some wins, and I'm really surprised that he struggled recently for the games that he has. So I'm looking for him to be on the mend. I mean, there's still got an outside chance for playoff hope. So maybe this is the week,
well,
Arnold. 100 yards, 5 receptions, 2 touchdowns coming.
Gino's hurt, and Smith and Jigba's really become the alpha guy. But sure, I mean Metcalf. There's no doubt Metcalf can put the 30 spot easily any week. So there's no your team is yeah. I mean you really don't have other than if Njoku comes back. I mean tight end and obviously Tucker's been underperforming. But other than that, your team is solid. Really above average guys everywhere else. So it's going to be tough. Chio, if you're watching this, you put up a great fight. I mean, it hurts you not to have Pickens. I mean, playing Schultz kind of hurt, but like I said, even if he started the best possible lineup, you were just too strong this week. So the cooler made a really good push. He was four, like I said, 4 wins for him, 4 wins for you. You guys ran at each other at both hot, and you cooled down the cooler, so to speak. So good job.
He had a good year. He came back from what was his record at one point?
It was his record was 2-7-1, I think, at one point.
And he still
So
made the playoffs.
and he still made the playoffs.
That's
So.
that's a Paul Campbell year.
Because the reason he's 6-8 now is because of your loss. But going to playoffs, there's 6-7. So yeah, he won 4 in a row, and everything broke right because of the parity, and he wound up making the playoffs. And he did. I mean, he outperformed the projection by. He still outperformed the projections by what 8 points. I mean, you outperformed your projection. You were heavier coming in, and the 2 point conversion, but you still beat it by 30. So, all right. Any other comments about your matchup?
Nope.
All right, next matchup. Mutters against Beast Mode. So David was going the other way. I think this is his fifth loss in a row, fifth or sixth loss in a row. And Mahomes is hurt, so I mean it doesn't really matter at this point because he's out. But Um, Kamara got hurt. Robinson didn't do that much. Tracy didn't do that much. Devontae Smith, surprisingly, zero from the defense. So, I mean, really his team was petering out. Let's look at his bench, and he really didn't have much on the bench other than the Falcons defense, and that wouldn't have made a difference. As far as Kevin's team, the Burrow Chase Brown combination, just like your comment. I mean, again, as I pointed out last week, the quarterback. Running back. Usually those things don't work together, but for you, this year's been an exception. For you, it's been tremendous. For Kevin, has been tremendous. Um, and the thing about Kevin, so let's look at Montgomery. Pretty sure, yeah, out. MCL out. So he's out. The thing about Kevin though is also Miami didn't even have a good game, so he'll only put up 5. Achan 14. Usually they'll do better. Schmaker Exisma has been tough. Fryermuth has been really above average lately. Good kicking. So he put up 135 and really had a lot of underperformers. So definitely a tough team. Any thoughts here?
Kevin's my favorite. He's my favorite to win the whole thing. His team, I didn't know Montgomery was out, so that hurts him a bit.
Well, let's
Uh,
see who he has on his bench.
but I mean,
Just, oh, he's
he.
got Jerome Ford, who's
I
now
don't
with
even
the.
know. He may be the top scorer in the league right now. I
No,
mean,
I'm,
he
I'm
may.
pretty sure you are. We'll take a look, but I'm
No, I
pretty,
don't think so. I thought I looked briefly. I think Kevin overtook it the last couple weeks. I
even
mean,
after this week, you got the. Well, I guess
it doesn't
if you
matter.
did.
I'm just saying, like, he's actually what I would consider the favorite. But my sleeper is Ethan's team.
Well, we're gonna find out. Well, one of them will be making it, but
Give me one
let's.
moment. What's up? Speak of the devil, Arnold.
I'm in the playoffs. What y'all talking about?
Well, welcome. Oh, you joined the corner. You're gonna jinx yourself. You just too
Oh,
late. Too
calling out
late.
Stephen Ting. Calling out Stephen
I still
Ting.
got the text. Ain't no way he gonna make it. Where are you at?
Ain't no way he gonna make it. I hope Ting watches it. He just got called out. That's
I'm sure he
all.
will. Well, back to Kevin's team. So Jerome Ford actually, with Chubb out, he's the number one running back for.
And
But
Winston got benched.
yeah, Winston Van Bench is probably going to run by, and he's got Pittman, so he'll swap this out. We'll
And
take a
not
look,
Montgomery.
but not Montgomery.
Yeah,
No, Montgomery's been really good, really
and
good. Yeah,
Montgomery's been excellent this year.
yeah. So he lost Montgomery at the top,
He's
but again,
out. He's getting more than every other possession. He's the goal line. He's a short yardage. He's the relief guy. He is a big component for Detroit. So hopefully,
no, I don't want to hear it. I'm hoping. I'm
like,
hoping.
I'm gonna say maybe now Gibbs. Now that I know this, gets 20 plus touches a game. I don't think that's unrealistic, considering they're still fighting for the number one seed.
No, I think that's very realistic, and
Yeah, and that would be amazing because he's only getting like 10 to 15 at the max touches per game. So they're
well,
gonna.
yeah, 5 more touches from him could be another 60, 70 yards easily.
It'll be interesting to see how it plays out. But no, Kevin was my favorite. Honestly, his team's been strong all year long. He's been right there fighting for the number one position, the number one seed. He's a top scorer in the league, and kudos to him. I mean, I didn't think much of his draft, but
Well,
nobody.
yeah. Well, Chase Brown wound up being huge, and Burrow's been having a great year. So we'll see what happens. But Kevin is
Not
moving
many
on.
thought much of mine at the beginning of the year. I always love the fact that everybody goes, "Well, who are you interested in? Who do you think's this or that? How the grades come out?" I never come up in the top six. Never.
Well, Ben hated it because they projected him to have the best draft, and he got so mad because he knew that is literally the kiss of death
That's
when
like
they
Madden.
when they tell you had the best draft.
That's the
That,
Madden cover.
that's right. It's all right. So Kevin's moving on, and then the final matchup we have was Ethan undisputed against Ray. So Ray peaked a little too soon. His team was really on fire, but the last 4 or 5 games has been struggling. And obviously, Purdy, the Niners, that Rams game really hurt him. He had 3 players, and obviously with Purdy, but Cousins got benched today. So I don't. I mean, again, I think it's one of those cases. Well, if he played Brian Thomas instead of, I mean, yeah, it wouldn't have been enough. Even if he played Cousins and Brian Thomas, it still wouldn't have been enough to beat Ethan. I mean, Najee, I mean, Mike Evans and Baker. I mean, holy smokes, 72 combined points. Wow. Puka, I mean, he's definitely got the best. I mean, I can't argue with it anymore. I'm going to have to be doing push-ups. He's definitely got the best receiving core with
Yeah,
Chase,
you do.
Evans, and the Puka.
His
Um,
team, his team. I mean, even when you look at his team, to me, it's it's for me. I agree with you. It wasn't conventional. He went with what his knowledge was. I didn't agree with it. I didn't like it. I didn't think he would do very, very well. But when you start taking into the fact, the utilization of the players that he has and the target share and what he's able to do over and over again, he's he's in the top realm of scoring. And it's always nice to be innovative and different. And so, questioning what he chose, as we all did, you know,
well, I didn't quite. I mean, I will, but I mean, it. Well, I think Baker worked out for him. I mean,
oh,
that worked out
so,
because
oh,
Richardson wasn't. I mean, I
he's
wasn't high on
a poor
Richardson.
quarterback.
Yeah, yeah. So it's interesting looking at Ethan's team. Yeah, I mean, he's going to be tough. Again, Ray, look at. I mean, if you look, Ethan outdid his projections by 20. And I mean, Ray even had a 2 point. I mean, Ray came in like over 30 points under projections, mostly Purdy. I mean, the Niner game, like I said, that Niner game really, really killed him.
He, he is heavy on Niners. He's got Purdy, he's got Kittle.
Garendo, Garendo,
So
Kittle.
had invested. It's almost like David with the Chiefs, right? Same thing. He's got Kelsey. He's got Mahomes. When you get so invested, if they have just one off week
Yeah,
at this
well,
time of
that's the thing when you invest in one team, like you
and
said,
it's
when you have to,
okay
when
with
you
Goff
have,
and with Gibbs, it's the same thing. If they have a bad week,
yeah. Well, that's the thing when you're investing. It's hard for 3 weeks in a row to have those key players. I think that's what's really tough because usually they'll have an off week, and if like you look at the Niners, they didn't score any touchdowns, so that killed Ray. That killed
yeah,
him.
but that's not a really great offensive team.
Well, when they have all their pieces, I mean,
Oh,
I mean they
Debo has
lost
great. Let's be
what?
honest. It hasn't been great. Ayuk is out, right? He's done for the year. Here you are, you're going with a seventh round pick as Jennings as your number one wide receiver because Debo's certainly not it. You got an aging Kittle. You're on your third string running back.
Yeah, I mean, well, they've had a bunch of injuries.
Oh,
They always have it on a bunch of injuries. There's for sure.
brutal,
So,
brutal.
so congratulations to the Bradshaw boys, and moving on, and me and Kevin. So we're gonna go to the previews. So the first game is me against you. I kind of peaked. I think they're gonna have a pickup, but I would have you favored probably by about 7 points or so. What do you think?
I'm gonna say Arnold's favored by 3.
Yeah,
But
it's
wait, right now, just for hedging the bets, I have Njoku back in my starting lineup, and I don't think he's calculated. So I'm going to still say you by 3, but take into consideration Gasecki could easily be swapped in.
well, Njoku, is he still hurt because he's only given him 1 point? Is he supposed to play?
Well, they'll know on Wednesday on the practice. Right now, they're still questionable. So I'm assuming he's going to play because they said it was a calf injury originally, but it has it listed as hamstring. So we'll see.
All right. So looking at it, I actually lead the regular season 19-9. I've
Oh,
won
you
the last.
regular season.
What?
You've crushed me.
But your team is like the worst team for me to run into because McLaurin. I mean, they have no now with Ertz is hurt, and so is Noah Brown, the second wide receiver, and they're playing Philly. I'm almost tempted. I'm I'm really thinking about the quarterback. I'm almost tempted to go with somebody else, but I'm probably just going to roll with my best. And so that's really hard. And now Gibbs becoming, like you said, 5 to 10 more touches for Gibbs is like, I mean, that's like dynamite. Anytime he touches the ball, that's a 60-yard potential every touch. So and they're playing the Bears, who are really
They are
flounder.
Bears.
Yeah, that's. I mean, everything's lining
At
up for you.
home.
What?
They're at home.
No, they're in Chicago. They're at
I
Chicago.
thought they're at home.
No, it says right here they're at Chicago.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Uh, yeah, so they're on the road at least maybe. I don't know, but yeah, I mean this is everything's lining up for you. So Bijan against Gibbs. I mean, you got to give it. I mean, I think
Oh,
Goff.
I think. I mean, he can have a great game too. So call that a wash.
Yeah, well, Daniels against Goff again. Daniels plays Philly, probably one of the worst defenses that you can run into. Goff against Chicago. I got to give the edge to Goff. Neighbors against McLaurin. I don't know. That's Neighbors had finally one good game, but again, if the problem I have is McLaurin has a good game. I mean, if Daniels has a good game, most likely McLaurin's gonna have a good game,
True.
and you're gonna Cup second fiddle for sure. I mean, actually, it looks like Cup against Wilson, so they're going against each other. Cup, they're not even looking at him. Puka is getting all the love. I mean, he had literally
Still
0 points.
Devontae Adams. That's kind of consistent, right? I mean, Wilson's numbers are, pedestrian, but not terrible. But I mean, Adams' numbers are great.
Cup got zero. He had 3 targets. He
Oh,
had
that's
zero
tough.
targets in
That's
the
tough.
second half, and
I mean,
he's
McLaren
really
only 26.
what? Well, and the thing about Cup is that he's. I mean, it's pretty clear that he lost a step. I mean, it's clear why they were going to trade him,
Yeah.
and I mean, I got to roll with him. I mean, it's hard not to, but I'm worried about that. So Shakur. That's the other thing. Shakur is good wide receiver, but they're going to kill New England. So I don't think. I mean, if he doesn't get anything early, I think he's going to be in trouble. And
That
then
could definitely be a James Cook game.
yeah, for because I think they're just going to get to the run, and then I mean he doesn't come in every down. So Metcalf, again against Minnesota, so that's interesting. And I think Smith is hurt. Who came in last week? Who's their backup?
I don't
Who
know.
who was their backup?
I didn't even know Smith was hurt.
Yeah, let me look. Who has Smith? Let me look at the players here.
Paul Kimball, maybe.
Oh yeah, Kimball has it. Okay, good, good, very good, very good. League home. Let's see. Come here. Okay, we've got Sweet Tomato. Yeah, Geno Smith. Questionable. Okay, so he might play.
He's gonna play.
Questionable. Smith's right knee were positive, and Smith looks like a low kid from Sam Howell. That's who it was. Disgusting. Okay, so Sam Howell. So if Sam Howell's playing, mm, I
Keenan
kind
Allen's
of.
gonna be playing.
Yeah, maybe. I was going to say if Sam Howell's playing, then,
Sorry, swapping out.
yeah. So well, that's
Three
true. You
receptions,
do
20
have
yards,
you
one
do have a lot
touchdown.
of yeah, you do have a lot of options. So hopefully McBride, I really have to win. I have to win there. I have to win in the kicker. And Houston, KC saved me finally last week, but the Cowboys against Tampa Bay. So Ethan hopes that that doesn't score for you.
I'm
And
gonna
like,
go. I think Tucker's gonna have a big game against the Steelers. I think the Steelers are gonna set them up, and he's gonna have to kick some field goals.
well, let's hope that's well. We're playing each other in the kicker front, and then Harris Jr. really hasn't been done much. He got really like Donald there, really getting a lot of love. Tampa Bay hasn't been great, and that's also Sunday night, so I get to sweat that out. Even if I have a slight lead, I get to sweat that out. That's no fun.
Who's Sunday
Okay,
night?
Cowboys against Tampa Bay,
Oh, look at that, Dowdle and my
hmm
defense,
and your defense. So
and my
that's
defense.
gonna suck. I don't want to do that. All right, so that's for some reason I'm favored. I don't even see it. I'd put you favored by 10 to 15 easily, to be honest.
I
Looking at
wouldn't do that at all. I think the lineups are. I didn't know about the Gibbs thing, so I think that should definitely adjust the line. And I get a 2 point advantage, so that's kind of nice.
no,
Uh,
it's not.
but I think it's gonna be tighter than you think. I think it's gonna come down to some of those little things that we're talking about. Is Njoku gonna play? Do I think Tucker's gonna get more points than Boswell? And we talked about it before the season started that Dowdle would be an impactful player down the stretch. How is he going to perform? Because this is where we're at. The last few weeks he's clearly become the number one. He gets between 20 and 25 touches a game.
And
Can he
Dallas have been playing
convert
better.
those into scores? He hasn't had one in a while, so he's due. Can he get me that one or two touchdowns to put me over the edge? Because that's what I'm going to need.
Well, yeah, so yeah, looks like I said I don't it does shape up. like usually I'm more confident in this, but yeah, everything shapes up for you. So we'll see. We're gonna put up a fight. We'll see. So the next matchup is Undisputed versus Beast Mode. I'm gonna say that's gonna be a push. I'm gonna say it's a push.
No, Team Beast Mode should definitely be favored, but it will not surprise me at all to see Ethan win another one.
Okay, let's take a look. So I think for Beast Mode, Ethan is the worst team he can run into because
It,
he's got Chase Brown and he's got Burrow. So I mean Jamar Chase, not Chase Brown. So I think for Kevin, this is about the um, if Burrow goes off, most likely is going to be Chase. I mean, it's going to Jamar Chase. So Baker, so same thing Sunday night. So Ethan's probably going to go into that game down, you would think, because he won't have Evans and he won't have Evans and Mayfield. So he'll go in there and he's going to try to reel in a victory. DeAndre Swift has been really he's really an early half kind of guy. Every year he really dies towards the second half. And I know the Bears suck, so maybe it's Dad's fault. Um, Chase
he, has,
Brown has been
he didn't
good.
even play Swift last week. He benched him.
You sure? Oh, he didn't even play him.
Well, I'm
You sure?
positive because I looked at
Really?
his line and I was like, I would probably start Swift over Harris, and he did not. He
Oh,
started.
let me take a look. Is that right? Did he bench Swift? Really?
He benched Swift.
Undisputed. Oh, he did bench Swift. Oh, because he's got all the wide receivers. So he went with Harris.
He
Okay.
went with
Well,
Harris.
what did Swift do? Swift did 9. So yeah. Okay. So
That's
yeah, that
probably better than what Harris gave him.
yeah. Harris only gave him 3.
Exactly. I didn't agree with it. I was like, what are you doing? He's going to get at least 3 or 4 catches.
All right, let's take a look here. Let's go back to this matchup. So Kevin does have the 2 points. So Miami against San Francisco. So that's interesting. So he's gonna have Tyreek Hill and
I like San Francisco defense, to be honest with you.
well, he's got Tyreek Hill and an Achan. Um,
Niners defense, man. They can lock people up from week to week where they just don't move the ball. You know that. I know that. That's
yeah. Well, but
sports.
they're beat up. They're beat up too. But yeah.
Not up front. Not up front.
Um. So Kevin is favored by 6. This doesn't. I don't think this includes the 2 points. So he's going to be favored by about 8. So he is definitely favored. He will beat Ethan 127 to 106 in week 8. What do you think of this matchup?
Well, unfortunately, I still like Kevin's team. I like it less now that Montgomery's out.
Mhm.
I think what you said is accurate. If Burrow has a big game, it's running through Jamar Chase. It's definitely going to run through Jamar Chase. And he doesn't have the same matchup. I mean, look at last week. Look at the Evans Bakerfield Baker.
Yeah, Dallas. Yeah, Dallas. So
That was a
that,
huge game for him. Because
yeah, that
I was
was
calling it out. He was upstairs doing homework, and I was telling him what was going on because he thought he was out of it. And then he just, those 2 hookups really changed the dynamic of that game. He was up by 30 going into last night. So, you
yeah.
know, can Kevin's team sustain those types of blows? I like the Niners defense. And if he's got, you know, Chase Brown and somebody else playing against them,
Well, he's got Tyreek Hill and an Achan against the
sorry.
Niners.
If he's got 2 primary guys against the Niners defense, that defense has been solid all year. It's got to be a top 8, right?
Well, they've had some, but now they're back. They got Bosa back. They have their. I mean,
I'm
they
just saying
did. Yeah,
probably top
they
8, top
Browns.
10 defense. And it's not like Miami's been super dynamic. I mean,
No, it is in Miami though, so that's better for. But
I
no, the Niners.
like it. If he's got 2 primary guys, that's 2 of his top 5 guys because we know what the top 5 are. The other 4, like defense, tight end, kicker, whatever, equal whatever on the quarterback. Call that a day. So you have the other people in the game. Um, I I think the projections are wrong. I think Ethan's going to win that game.
Well, so going into Sunday night, he's going to have Baker and
Evans.
Evans. So if Kevin
Well, who's
Uh,
playing tonight?
it's Tampa Bay at Dallas. It's your Dallas defense.
Who's
So
nobody on Monday?
Monday, who is Monday? Monday is it Green Bay and somebody? Is that who? Let me look. Who's Monday night? Let's see. Who is Monday night?
So their games are over Sunday night. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I don't think. Well, let me look at the NFL here. Let me see who the NFL. Who
I
is
don't.
the?
I have anybody on Monday night. I think
I don't
everything.
think anybody. I don't think it's good teams on Monday night. That's why. Let's see. Here's the NFL. Where's the schedule? Well, and why is this game schedule? Here we go. Schedule. Week 16. Uh, it's Saints at Green Bay. So I don't think anybody has any Saints or Packers left.
No.
So
I,
yeah, so it's going to be over Sunday night. But all of our games, as far as I know, nobody
so
has
I'll have
any.
Dallas. I'll have two players. Ethan will
Yeah,
have
so
two players.
he'll have. So Kevin realistically needs to be up by at least 40, I would say. If he's not up by
I don't
40,
think 40 is enough.
I'd say at least 40. I think he's going to have to
I don't
be
think 40 is enough. That puts Baker at 24 and Evans at 16. I don't think that's enough.
against Dallas. I don't know. Their defense has been playing better, but it's going to be interesting. So, so you're saying, I mean, you're saying he has to be up by 50 or
I'm saying
60.
he has to be up by 50.
Okay, coming into Sunday night, and then for us,
I
let
think
me look
that
at that.
the legitimately think you got a good chance at winning it. You got to be up by 50. And that's no guarantee. I mean, what did they get last week? They probably got 65, 70.
Yeah, they got 72 last week, but that was last week. I mean, you're not going to get
That's two
72.
hookups. That's two
Yeah.
hookups, right? He's the primary. There's nobody else. I have
Well,
the
no,
other white.
Baker threw for 4 touchdowns. Evans got two of
I
them.
know, but I have the other white out, McMillan. I have that guy on my bench.
Right. Well, I mean, but so yeah, so I mean, so
How
you
many
have
you
you
have
have
to be up?
Dottle, you have Dottle and the defense. So
How
I
many
have to
you have
be
to be up by on
30,
and I to feel
30.
comfortable?
I think by 30 to feel comfortable. I think if I'm up by like 25, we're going to be in a serious sweat.
All right. All right. Well,
60.
I would say with Dowdle because he's not really super established. I think you're right. I think 25 you're sweating it. I think 30 is probably like okay, I got a chance. You know
I
what I
don't
mean?
know if I'll be. I don't see how I could be up by that much coming into that game, unless, I mean, unless something. The only way I could see is maybe
I'm
Cup
hoping
has
to
a.
be up by 4 going into that game, but we'll see.
Well, it'll be over. If you're up, it's over.
No.
If you're up, it's over. Watch me
Okay,
be
down
up by
by
like.
less than 10. I'm hoping to be down by less than 10.
Yeah, if you're down by less than 10, I'm just gonna like shake my head. Because here, I mean, the thing is that I can't win either way because I can't root for anybody. Because if Dallas has the ball, that means Dowdle. If Dallas is on defense, then you got the defense. It's gonna suck for me either way. No matter who, I can't relax. I won't be able to relax.
I'm hoping to get one last run. But if I have to lose to somebody, I mean, if it's not Ethan, I'm glad it'll be you.
So that's it. Yeah. So this is it. Well, let's look at the standings here. Let's see who is the primary scorer so far. It is beast mode. Yeah, you're right. So
Ah,
beast
yep.
mode is still.
What's the
Uh,
what's? I think if you look at it, who are the top four scorers?
Beast mode, you, Ray, prime time, Ethan, and then me. So I'm
The
sixth.
tops of the four teams that are still in it. Of the top six players, four teams are in it. It's not really who has the most points against. Ethan,
The most points against is Chio, then
no, no,
me.
of the people left,
Oh, me.
and then
The people left, Ethan.
see, it's not. We talk about this all the time. Like, yeah, yeah. I mean, and then who's got the least points?
Against them, Joni,
And then
Mike, and then you.
right. So I mean, I'm at the top. I'm number two in scoring. Right. I'm number three and the other end of the spectrum scored against. So my record reflects that, right? But you look at like your team and Ethan's team, you guys have scored really, really, really well and just scrapped to get into where you are, which is deserved, right? And now everything is up for grabs because you just kind of nickled and dimed all year, stayed consistent. You put up great points, ran into some buzzsaws. How many points did you have scored? You scored great and then still lost, just like Ethan, right? And so I look at those teams, I'm like, okay, but then you have like me and you have beast mode, and we scored good. Don't get me wrong, we're number 1 and 2. Of course, we're the
Yeah.
top 2 seeds, but we have also not run into those buzzsaws on those given weeks. I mean, the first week I lost was I scored 74 points.
Right. Right. You only had a few losses. Well, looking at this, Kevin's on a 6-game winning streak. You're on a 5-game winning streak. Ethan's on a 3-game winning streak. I'm on a 1-game winning streak. So I'm barely.
Got to start somewhere.
You got to start there.
You only got to win in a row, Arnold.
Yeah. Well,
You know how
but
hard it is to win 8 games in a row.
yeah, that's gonna be. I don't. I. I do think if I had to pick realistically, I think it's gonna be you and Ethan. I think. I mean, obviously, I hope I win, but I do think you and Ethan, and it
You
would
don't
be.
want to give me another one. You don't want to give me another one. All
I
right,
don't.
let's
I,
just say it's me and Ethan. Who you think's gonna win?
well, we have to see the matchups. I mean, I don't want to look
Oh,
at.
not
We'll
really.
say that. We'll say that for next week. If it
I
is you and
I
Ethan,
want to get your gut reaction right now. If it comes down to me and Ethan, looking
well,
at
I
our,
gotta see. I don't. Well, I mean, if I
just
had
have
to
to go
guess,
with the gut.
well,
Who do
no,
you
I
think?
want to. Well, I have to look at the
The
matchup.
money line for Steve Ting picks me.
Yeah, let's see. So the final week, I just want to see who Detroit's playing the final week because I want to see who Detroit and who Tampa Bay are playing the final week of the season because I think that's going to make a big difference. So so week 17, Detroit's playing at San Francisco on Monday night. Oh wow! So if you make it, you're gonna have to sweat until Monday night, and they're playing San Francisco, and then Tampa Bay is playing Panthers. So that's not good for you at home against the Panthers, and then Detroit would be playing Monday night.
Who are the Rams playing?
Rams, Cardinals. So that's
Oh, that's the beautiful part of having 2 high quality quarterbacks options, baby. And I've used them both all
well,
year.
but it's gonna hurt you. I mean, not again if you do make it. If you're playing Ethan, if you play Stafford, then Puka's the number one option. So I don't know. I mean, right now, looking at the matchups, if I had to guess, I think Ethan's probably got an easier road. I mean, I don't. I mean, obviously anything can happen, but that final week, I think his team is lines up better. Who's Cincinnati playing the final week? Cincinnati.
Pittsburgh.
Denver. Ooh, so that's not good. So Denver, it's a tan. So that's going to hurt him. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? Well, we're looking ahead. Like I said, right now, I think you and Ethan are probably the two favorites because, again, the matchups are both not only the actual NFL games, but also, like I said, him having Jamar Chase against Burrow really, really helps. I think helps him, and you having Gibbs with no Montgomery really, really helps you. So we shall see. I will do my best. It is an all family affair, three and Kevin. So it is an all family
Oh,
affair.
somebody in the family is going to make it.
At least one person,
At
at
least
least one person in our family
we
will
know
make it
that
to the game.
hi-
So
highly
Kevin,
likely that it'll be 2. We just don't know which 2 out of the 3.
well, the only way it could be two is if Ethan wins. So I mean, that's the only way. So I mean,
Well,
me and you, one of us will make it. So
family.
that's for sure.
If you
But
win, still family, right?
no, but I'm saying, but Ethan has to win to make it
He
too.
has
The
to
only
win.
way, yeah, he's the he. If he wins, then there's definitely two members of the family will make it.
There you go.
If he doesn't, then
There
all
you go.
right. Well, I would say I wish you luck, but I don't. Like I said, on paper, I do think you and Ethan are the teams to beat.
I'm glad that you're acknowledging that you're anticipating a loss, but I think you're just being kind so you can rub it in next week.
Well, I'm
And
not being kind. Like I said,
I'll
I'm
be
gonna do my
joining.
best.
You
Yeah,
know the
I
rules.
just hope.
I'll be
I
joining.
gotta be. I gotta be honest. It was. Let me stop. Oh crap! I was in presenting. Oh man, you couldn't see my screen all that time, right?
No,
Well, why didn't you say anything?
you didn't
Ah.
tell me you're trying to share your screen.
Oh well.
You're
I'm
just
not gonna do it again. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It
Nobody watches this anyway except me and you anyway.
does us. And even when I'm not here next
Oh
year,
wait,
I'll
hold
join-
on. Wait, we got a Ben.
really
Ben.
let him join.
Ben, you missed out of the corner, but and you look like you're in the snow.
All right, Ben, we're just gonna give you a recap, okay?
Hold
Ready?
on, let me
I want
let
the
me
recap.
Okay,
let me share my screen.
versus Kevin. Who's your pick?
There you
Wait,
go. You can
Wait, let me see. Let me see.
Okay, hold on. So there's two matchups left. It's Ethan against Kevin, and let me see.
Arnold versus Jason.
Arnold versus
Okay.
Jason.
First off, I just want to say I would like to join the Sharon Brashaw family if it will increase the odds that I will make the playoffs next year. I'd like to become a member because the whole
Well, you can
family.
be There's going to be one spot vacated next year, so you move up.
That's what I'm saying. I would like to be. I would
Well,
like.
my sister's already married. I'm not planning on getting divorced and married to you, so your options are very small to get part of it
Is Ethan available? I mean, you know.
in a few years.
He might be just pry him away from the 500 girls that text him every day.
So he's in demand, is what I'm hearing.
I'm saying he's an active young man.
Good for him. Well, his dad was. So I
That's-
mean, you know.
So
All hanging out at Arnold's house on a Friday, Saturday night, waiting for his father to walk out in the briefs. Just to give you a little flashback.
Oh yeah. Oh, I know it well. I know it well.
I was there too.
it's funny because Gala sent me a picture and my dad was in. I was all like, and it was like I didn't notice it. There was a picture of my mom and dad. My dad was, I guess, in his underwear, and I said, "Oh, I got to pull out the $5 so he could put his."
That was my favorite part. Dad, go put on some pants. I'll give you $3.
It was $5. It was expensive. It was a lot of money at that time.
It's awesome. No, seriously. People are in the living room right now. Dad, put on some pants. He's like, it's my house. He's like, "I'll give you $5." Okay.
Gotta bribe the dad.
That's right. You gotta do what you gotta
so
do.
awesome.
Well, welcome, Kaufman. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm thinking, should we go Kevin and Ethan first, or should we go Baby Yaga and Out of Control?
Well, we
No,
could
no,
go Kevin and Ethan first. We've been on here for an hour. I wasn't sharing my screen, but so
I mean,
Ethan-
personally, I personally think it's gonna go Ethan. I mean, this momentum.
No.
Oh well, there you go. Momentum. Oh wow, they're saying something different.
well, so Ethan's got Jamar Chase and Kevin's got Joe Burrow. So
Who's Burrow? Who are they playing? Who's Burrow playing this week?
Cleveland
Oh,
at
Yeah,
home though. At home.
and
Yeah,
what
but
about?
Cleveland's legit. And it's
Yeah.
it's division. It's going to be a tough game.
Yeah, that's true. That's
But
a
he's
good.
also got the Chase Brown. So like Jason has Gibbs and Goff, running back quarterback. He's got Chase Brown and Burrow, and they've both been really, really productive
Oh,
lately.
they've been hot. They've been on
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah. And then Jason thinks they're not because he's got two Dolphins, Tyreek Hill and
Yeah, I
Achane,
mean,
but
exactly. I mean, I think given the fact that he's got Tyreek, it's gonna
but
nullify.
they're playing the Niners. They're playing the Niners. So
Oh fuck! The Niners are just playing. They're not playing for a whole lot these days. Those Niners.
but that defense came to play last week. We'll see. I mean, it was cold. They're playing in Miami, so it won't be cold. But the defense didn't give up many points against the Rams.
Nope.
That's true.
Give up
That's true.
9.
Yeah. So, but and then he's got Baker. So Ethan's got Baker Sunday night. He's got Baker and Evans. So we were just talking before you jumped in that Kevin has to be up by probably 50 to
be safe. To be safe.
Yeah.
No, to feel good. I don't think it's safe. Up 72 last week.
Yeah, the Evans and Baker
But-
scored 72. Yeah, it scored 74. I'm sorry, they scored 74 combined.
Are you serious? That's crazy.
Well, but they weren't playing
my
Dallas.
entire team. That's my entire team.
Yeah, so I think yeah, I was talking to Jay. I do think Jason and Ethan are probably the favorites to come out and meet each other, father son. By the way, I'll never hear the freaking end of it if they
Oh, you
do.
won't. Oh, you won't. You absolutely will
I'll
not.
never hear the end of it if
No, you won't.
if they meet after winning it all last year and then they split up and they meet in the championship. Oh my god!
Oh my
I don't
God.
think Jason even cares who wins at that point. He'd be
I,
like,
I don't. I already said. Actually, I wouldn't mind losing to be honest, but I can't dump. I
"No, you
can't.
can't.
No.
You
Hey,
gotta win."
hey, by the way, Jason, I appreciate your performance. The last time I was on, there was talk of dumping, and I appreciate the fact that you did not. I appreciate the fact that you.
I can't dump.
I know it's like
We've
it's
watched teams dump in the past, Arnold. We've watched dump in the past.
I've never dumped in my life.
but
Two for draft picks for the following year. That's why we had to rechange everything.
Oh
Let's-
yeah.
Watch
Well,
teams dump.
I just want you all to know that maybe if it appeared that my team was dumping, it was not the case. They just
yeah,
suck.
King Henry's kind of lost his crown.
I know.
Rodney almost beat me because the damn Lamar threw for 5 touchdowns.
Lamar had like how many points did Lamar have? I mean, you only won by like what 5 points?
Yeah, you made so. I was talking to Jason last night. And I was so nervous, and then Jefferson literally got tackled because he had Jefferson, and he got tackled at the 1 yard line.
Oh God!
If he scores, I lose. And then
Wow!
yeah, yeah, he got tackled at the one, and then Bowers, and then after that, he still had Bowers, and there was a Hail Mary, and I was all just my luck, and he
Did
didn't.
you hear anything from Rodney? Did Rodney text you at all?
No,
Oh, you got ghosted?
that's fine. I don't
Hey,
need to hear from him. He
yeah.
heard my fist up his ass. That's what he heard.
Really though? Really? Is that what you want recorded right now?
Scream at the TV. That's what I want to know.
Rodney, I'm just kidding. I was
Did you
very
scream at the
fortunate.
TV, Arnold?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I do hope because Jason's got two players coming into Sunday night, and I do hope at the very least that it's still competitive. I mean, Jason could definitely be blowing me out, and
Let me see. Let's go to that game.
let's go.
I think you're gonna get smushed, Arnold. But let's
Yeah.
look. Yeah.
So I got the problem I have is Daniels is playing against Philly, and Jason has McLaurin. So not only if there's any possible points that could be happening, I don't know.
Who's Detroit
Then,
playing? Who's Detroit playing?
Chicago.
It's my favorite part.
Oh God!
Yeah.
Watching Detroit. Oh God!
I just
I'm
found
sorry.
out Montgomery's done for the year, so Gibbs is the starting running back. He's gonna get another 8 to 10 carries.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Montgomery's hurt for the year, so everything's working for Jason's favor.
Well, maybe Detroit will be so far ahead that they'll sit Goff and Gibbs.
Yeah, but how do you think they're going to get ahead?
Maybe they'll be so far ahead they run the ball.
Yeah, that's
but I'm saying, like, how do you think they're going to get ahead? They'll either have to have Goff throwing touchdowns or Gibbs running.
man. It is not. Arnold,
He doesn't
And-
get field goals.
Not only does Daniels have a hard matchup, but if he's got any chance of scoring points, it's going to go to McLaurin. McLaurin had 2 touchdowns last week. Man, this is not.
Let me go to the rest of your. Let me see.
All right, so we got neighbors Cup who had 0 points last week. Played the whole game, gave me 0.
Wow.
0. Not. I'm just not saying he's literally
Who's
0.
Who's on your bench? Can you put? I mean,
Not much. Not much.
you got a
Not
quarterback or something in there?
Well, I have Bo Nix, but at the Chargers, but that's Thursday night. I don't know. I don't feel like that. Or I could roll the dice. Caleb did have a good game against the
You should go
Lions.
Nix.
What?
I second the Bo Nix thought.
I know you do. I
I
don't
do.
like.
Bo Nix playing?
Great.
How'd Bo Nix do last week?
Let's see. What did he do last week? Let's see.
He's had a great year.
Well, he wasn't doing very well at the beginning, but he's picked it up, right?
Dude, they're in the playoff run. They're 8 and
So
6.
he had 20 points.
See?
The Chargers, I don't know. Thursday night, short week. I mean, they are at home. Or I could go Caleb. Caleb did have a huge second half against Detroit, but he's been really bad. I don't have any good options.
Hello, you want to come say hi to Arnold and Jason?
Hi. Hi.
You-
Anyway, So thanks for so
Ben, are you in the closet?
I'm in my room. I'm in my room. There she is.
hi, sweetie.
What's up?
Arnold and Jason?
Hi. So yeah, it's I don't like my chances. But you know what? We're gonna need the Cardinals. What I'm gonna need is the Cardinals against Carolina. I'm gonna need Harrison and McBride to give me about 25 points each. I need Neighbors and the
5
Robinson.
points each.
What? Each.
That's
Each.
very easy.
That's very ambitious, Arnold. Very
Well,
ambitious.
I have to aim high. And then Neighbors. So Atlanta is playing the Giants. So I hope Atlanta runs the ball and then gets ahead, and then the Giants have to throw the ball to get back into it.
Aren't
But
they starting Penix Jr.?
yes,
Yeah, they're definitely going to run the ball with the quarterback.
who knows? But
I'm
yeah,
hopeful everything goes through the quarterback. Run the ball left, run the ball right.
I see. So
All right,
uh,
Ben, who's picking. Who are your finalists and who are your third and fourth place players?
I mean, I think it's gonna go. I think it's gonna go Jason, Ethan, Arnold, Kevin.
All
That's,
right, who's going to win the championship?
that's what I'm saying. I think it's gonna go. I think you are personally.
You think I'll take Ethan in the finals?
Yeah. No, that's
Does Arnold beat Kevin for third place?
yes, exactly.
All
Yeah.
right,
That's my pick. I
wow,
think
there it is.
we're gonna keep gold, silver, and bronze in the family. That's
So
the
I
plan.
get
that's what I think.
fifth,
Right? What'd you
right?
say?
Arnold, you're saying you both agree I get my fifth.
Well, we still have
God,
to play the games. We still have to play the
gosh,
games.
fifth?
We
You
still
have
have to play the games, and you never know. The universe,
Ben, you
maybe
know
the
I've been
universe will.
if
I
I
mean,
make it this year, it'll be my 10th finals.
wow, that's crazy.
I don't want to hear it. I'm gonna have to think about
I
what
mean, hey,
I'm gonna have to think about what we want to
good
do
on you,
here.
good on you, Jason.
It's
I
kind of
mean,
rough, right, Arnold? When you think about it, and we both know 10 finals in what? How many years?
that's impressive.
27.
And I've got four third place finishes. That's not bad.
Not
Yeah,
bad at all. All right.
yeah.
Well, gentlemen, I
Well,
can't believe I wasn't sharing my
I'm
screen on the
playing for
previous.
third. Know that.
What'd you say?
At least I'll be playing for third, no matter what.
Oh
After
yeah, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's
it's
true. No,
third.
no
Is,
matter
is,
what, you'll be playing for
are the
I
money
don't.
is the money rounds are one through three?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah,
So we're still in it to win it.
yeah.
Still in it to win it, but look
All
at.
right.
All
And
right.
Ben, thanks for joining late.
Oh yeah, definitely. I was on a little walk with the family. We had our after dinner walk with the dog.
That's
So,
amazing. Good for you.
All right.
all right,
I'm gonna
fellas.
post this up. Good to see you guys. I
You
hope
too.
I hope to be alive next week to in the situation to continue to. But I will be doing this either way. We can preview the recap
Can't wait to see the energy next week.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
energy. The
Exactly.
energy will not change. I
We
promise.
will
you.
see. We
Okay.
will see.
I like it.
Win or lose, I won't be too high, and hopefully, I mean, I might be
Oh,
disappointed
you'll
right now. But anyway, I'm setting myself up for
be high.
disappointment. So
If
all I
you
can do
lose,
is
you're reserved.
what?
If
What'd you
you
say?
lose, you're reserved. That'll be the fourth time I've knocked you out of the playoffs.
Oh Jesus.
Oh Jesus.
Oh,
What
that's
is
it. You know what? I'm going to talk to my team. I'm going to say we
you
cannot lose this game.
better
You can't
inspire
because
your team.
you're
You better
19 and
inspire-
9 in the regular season against me lifetime, but I think you're 0 for in the playoffs.
Yeah.
All right, Arnold. Arnold,
All right.
you got some locker room talk now. You've got some. You gotta go talk
I
to the
got my
team.
team. I got my game plan. We will get the game plan going.
Sounds
It's
good.
gonna be we're gonna shock the world.
Bonus.
Bonus.
Go Knicks!
All
Go
right.
Bo! Go
Uh,
Bo!
All right. I'll
All right,
talk to you
guys.
guys later.
All right,
Thanks, Ben and Jason, for joining the corner. I'll
all
see
right,
you next
buddy.
week. Bye.
Have a great night.
Bye.